Welcome back, and in this particular segment, I'll be talking to Miss Tyng, who is a fitness trainer. Hi, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for spending time with us. And she's one of those who actually who's done her part. I'm quite sure you're quite stressful in your corporate world, and what you did was you actually came out and be a fitness instructor. And off air early on, she was actually explaining to me a little bit about what she does right now. To me, a fitness trainer is a guy that actually sits with you, trains with you for an hour, leaves you with some diets and all those kind of things, and move on. But what she has told me is a little bit more different, but I'll leave that to her to tell you. But maybe you can tell us a little bit about what do you actually do right now. I mean, you came from a corporate world,
yes,
a 9-to-5 job, and possibly 6 days a week or 7 days a week.
5 days a week.
5 days a week, yeah. But you do work more, I'm quite sure, not being paid overtime and all those. So how did you do that transaction from, there to here?
Okay, like what you have said, I'm certified health and fitness trainer.
Okay.
So how did I come up from like corporate world to a fitness or health industry?
Right.
So basically, the reason is very simple. I just stressed up. Back then, I don't know how to handle that.
Okay.
So on top of that, I just quit. Then I met my mentor, Mr. Ilango Tiago.
Okay.
So along the way, he had guided me and helped me to find my passions. Also, I was once very active in sport. I play badminton representing my state.
Okay.
So generally, I just love sport.
Okay.
So with the help of my mentor, Mr. Ilango, then slowly I find my passion. I took out a short-term course at FIT Malaysia.
Okay.
So then I start to teach people, become a personal trainer.
Right.
Then slowly I find my passions. I love working with people, seeing them improve from day to day life.
Okay.
So basically what I do is like when people talking about fitness and health, right? So two big topic, either it's nutrition or your exercise, like what you introduced just now. I sit with you, they are 1 hour sessions, I work hard, pump you up or things like that. So what I do, I take a step a little bit further.
Okay.
So I work with people not only on nutrition and exercise, but also I look at the wholesome living of their lifestyle, work with them to gain back the basic element in human life, such as happiness, how to deal with little small stress in the work. Although it's little small thing, but it kind of like very important to one person, because if you stress you up, it's not little things anymore.
Right.
And how we can really express ourselves freely, non-filter, I mean, truthful thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. There's a lot to digest. But let's talk a little bit about general stuff first before we get into a little bit more detail.
Okay.
Youth these days, according to some surveys, that a lot of them, land themselves in the hospital a lot earlier. Some people get heart attacks. Well, majorly heart attacks. One of the first killers in Malaysia. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, when I look at the news or the reports or the statistics, right, I kind of like it kind of relate me a lot. Me as an example, come from like corporate world, working like say more than 8 hours a day, not paying the OT. So I believe like okay, I worked for this corporate for 10 years. Right, and then it's like on top, like in the interim there will be a process change, management change, people change, my role change. So I need to learn a lot of picking out a lot of new stuff, attending to conference call, email, stuff like that. On top of that, that's already one stress, one part of the stress. Another part is like I believe this can relate a lot to a lot of people as well. There will be one person or maybe a few that you don't like in the office, but no choice, you have to work with the person or you get to report to them. So that's my situations. Okay. So I have like a double kind of stress thingy. So back then I don't know how to handle myself, my emotions thingy. So I become like very unhappy working in the office. I mean, you have to work more than 8 hours in the office. If you are not happy, I become such a grumpy person. I become so frustrated. So I just like let out all my feelings and all these things. So it doesn't work that way. End up it start to affect my physical body as well. Okay. So I have this quite serious back pain where I have to constantly go on the treatment, follow up and physiotherapy for the period of 6 months. Yeah. So that's why one of the reason why I choose to quit, because I already see it start creeping in, affecting my health already. Yes.
Right.
So I don't be surprised that the statistics show more youth and youth landing in the hospital. It's just that because to me, I just feel the amount of stress they handle, they are unhappy with the work, then they become very stressed out.
So is it hard to change from A to B? You know, being in a corporate world, you're so comfortable. You know you're going to get fixed amount of salary every month, and
Correct.
you have bills to pay, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yes.
So everyone does. So is it hard for you to get out from there?
For me, it's not really hard, because I see it really start affecting my not only physical but also mental health.
Right.
So I got during that time, I just make that decisions like, okay, that's it. I need to quit.
Right.
So but I believe there will be different situations for others people.
Right. So you're saying that each and every person takes things differently. And what do you think about people that actually always say, no time, no time, no time? I used to be like that, but I changed a lot, because I start to prioritize things, right?
Yes.
Then but what would you say to me 4 years ago?
So if let's stick on like the health perspective, right? So we hear a lot of people always complain, say no time, got no time, especially for exercise. I need to work, I need to attend
I'm
senior.
still like that, yeah.
Yes. So what I work with people, right?
Right.
So normally I start the small changes first, because now say we are expecting people to do, okay, I need you to lose like 2 kilo in next week. I need you to follow this diet plan. I need you to change your nasi lemak breakfast straight to salad.
Right.
That's not going to work.
Yes.
So because we are creature of habits.
Okay.
That's very simple.
Okay.
So what I work with is like I look at the changes, the small easy changes that you feel you are comfortable with. Maybe we can just start with water example. I'm sure if like water can solve a lot of your health problem. No,
Correct.
actually.
Agree.
And breathe.
Agree. No, I agree with you 100%.
Another example is like maybe you can just start taking a lemon. Example. So once you start, but you have to be consistent. Not saying, okay, I take lemon
Today,
1 week.
yeah.
Okay, that's not going to work for me. I see no difference. I'm going to stop.
Right.
That's not going to work, because that's just that for you to build a new habit pattern, you have been living your life for so long, 10, 20 years. So it's not just possible for us just to break the habit pattern like in split second or in weeks or months, right?
Okay.
So it takes time to build the habit pattern.
Right.
So usually I will start with my client the small thing they can easy to achieve, and they will feel more confident. After that, we move to the next phase.
Right.
So you cannot say one lemon, it takes you how many times?
Right.
Or water, just to take a sip of water doesn't. Yeah.
Do you like, so lemons are cheap in the end of the day. Do you talk about things like alkaline water? I'm just asking you, like, do you ask them to change their water? Do you ask them to change what they're consuming? Like maybe no more fried food, no more, I don't know.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's like information knowledge. Everybody know fried foods, everything's not good, alright? But people still taking. So when I work with them, they know, but I'm not going to ask them to change right away.
Right.
So it depends. I need to work closely with them first. I need to get them a better understand of their lifestyle first before I can implement any changes.
Right. So what do you think is your unique selling point between you and the other instructors? Because there are many. I have a very close friend of mine who is also a personal trainer. Known him for years, and he's trained great people up. He's met, people were like that become, like that, So what do you think your unique selling point?
So I work with normal people, but I also work with a lot of people from like directors, singer-songwriter, housing, moms, like that, students, also students. So there's a lot of program out there that can guarantee you lose weight like 4 to 6 week time.
Right.
And usually it comes with like supplements or product.
Right.
No offense. What I work with my client, there are a few key points we are working on. So I help and support my clients to look for long-term solutions, a natural way, and I will make sure that I will always be the checkpoint for them in terms of not only on the nutrition and exercise, but the whole thing, including their emotion, how they can manage themselves, their emotions, how we cannot like reacting to a situations or focusing on the problem. rather than find a solution.
Okay.
Responding instead of reacting.
Okay.
So that one to me is much more important.
Right.
Because what I feel, yes, we can train very hard on the physical body, but oftentimes the mental part, the happiness, the stress, I think that's very far more important.
So, say for example, you have someone like me that I value my time at work more than my time at exercise. What do you say to guys like me?
What do I say to the guys like you?
Yeah, people like me, you see. Yeah, what would you say to us?
Okay.
Because end of the day, no offense to anyone, just look at one of the guys I look up to is Tony Fernandez. You know, when he started Air Asia, he was like that, and now he's like that. It's like, you know, it changes, and I know it's the lifestyle and all those kind of things, and I know the events he has to go to. So
I had a client like you.
Yeah, okay.
So what I started, I just advise him easy, like water, lemon first. Once you get comfortable, then we move next. See when we can meet. Maybe it's like no need to meet me like every day or once a week or things like that. We will just meet twice a month. The client I work with, like very busy, successful entrepreneur, very busy, tight with his schedule. So I just meet with him like twice a month as a start.
Okay.
So slowly he put that into his schedule.
Right.
Prioritize his work and his health because he understands the importance of the health, because it's also start affecting him.
Right.
So when he put that into a fixed routine, then yes, then we can. Now we are meeting like once a week.
Right. Okay. And that's over how long a period of time?
That is over like a year of time.
Right. So it takes a year for somebody to adapt into that lifestyle.
Yes. If let's say you are the person that can adapt very fast, you can change very fast, you have very high willpower, maybe it could be like 6 months. That 6 months is the fastest I
Well,
can
I got out of gym because I got bored of gym. Be very frank with you, and gym is like so routine. You know, it's always the same thing. You know, you can always imagine what you're going to do today. You can basically imagine the whole, you know, rounds before you. So what do you say to guys like me?
So sometimes I do have clients like that too.
So you just know what you're doing before you go there.
Yes,
you know?
because I have plenty of clients, right? So not every one of them like gym. So so some of the time I bring them to hiking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I bring them to hiking, jogging, trail, something like that.
Okay.
So that makes them excited. So maybe, yes, we can start with like normal routine exercise.
Right.
Then when I get closer, when I work closely with you already, I kind of know when you will get bored already, right? Then I need to think of something that makes it fun.
Right.
Then
So
before you come back to the routine again.
Right. All right, I understand. Thank you very much, Miss Yap Hui Tyng.
Thank you.
Sharing it. Oh, do you have a Facebook account that we can
Yes.
find you on?
Facebook account is just my name, Huoy Tyng.
Huoy.
Tyng.
Oh, here, this is on air.
Oh, yes, this is my
below.
Facebook account.
Yeah, you can see her Facebook, so you can add her on, and if you want to find out a little bit more, you can obviously chat with her as well, and you know, can find out a little bit from you. Maybe I'm quite sure you do post 1 or 2 tips, or you do share a little bit about what you've done on your page as well, right?
Okay.
Thank you very much again for coming.
Thank you
For watching Bernama News Channel's Thursday's edition. Stay tuned because we have the news updates right here on Bernama News Channel.